All right, so hello and welcome to the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure to like and subscribe. I appreciate that so much. Let's get into this video. Now, this is a 2022 Toyota Tundra capstone. Unfortunately, there's no sound until after the said event happens. So let's see if whether the computer kicked in or, anything like that, or the driver, tried to avoid this accident. But unfortunately, you're in a big truck, so it's going to take a lot more to stop it. So let's go ahead and cue the video. Now, the one thing I can say is why isn't there sound from the why isn't there sound before the accident? Maybe we can kind of know a little bit more on whether he tried to hit the brakes or whatever. I know that it's one of those things that are unavoidable, but the system that are designed in these vehicles are supposed to help you out. But I've seen other videos of time and time again where the system completely fails to do what it's supposed to do. The one good thing is, like, as soon as there was an impact, it automatically like connected them to the Toyota service center or somewhere, and then they were able to dispatch 911 to come and help out. But could this be avoidable? Probably not, because he's already going about 35, 40, and this is when it shows up. So you have two options. Either you slam on the brake, you're still going to hit him. Slam on the brake and swerve, but then you might end up hitting the tree. But the positive side of this is clear-cut case, and you have a witness right here too. I hope you got that information of that person, but you don't really need it. The dash cam just kind of, the dash cam helped a lot. I would love to hear the audio before the crash, just so I can see something to use to see whether the car tried to seeing if the system actually tries to prevent this accident, or if the driver slammed on the brake. Like, how was the reaction before the accident? It's just one of those things that I'm curious to know on how these systems functions, whether it's Toyota systems, Tesla's, Honda's system. The system works great when you're behind somebody and they brake too hard. The system will kick in and they were able to stop in time. Like my system, the one on the Ioniq 5, is very, very sensitive. You get close enough and that car will brake. Like, it will brake. Even if you're trying to do, weaving in and out of traffic, which I do not recommend you do. When you're trying to do that, the car will brake when you're trying to do, and there's no way for you to turn it off. It's like behind the scenes where it will not allow you to turn that system off. Well, at least I haven't really tried. I know that I can turn it off on my other cars that had the same system. You're able to turn it off. When I had the 2017 Honda Civic sedan, I was able to turn the system off, the brake mitigations or whatever. You're able to turn that off. Now with the Hyundai, there's no option. At least I haven't actually tried to look for that option to turn it completely off, because when you get too close to any car that's in front of you, the sensor will automatically think that you're about to get in a collision, and it'll even send you a warning on the display before it kicks in and slams on that brake. So I'm curious to know what exactly happened before the collision, because I wanted to see how the system will actually react, whether the driver kicked in and hit the brake, or whether the system tried to give him a warning, even though it was too late. There's really nothing he could have done. Not much he could have done, because literally, like, it's in seconds. Within 2 seconds, he's going to hit that car. Or less than a second. It's like milliseconds. So there's really no way to avoid it. I was just curious to know what the car did, or how, if it's even possible to avoid it, the whole collision, because there's no way you're stopping that truck in time. But let me know in the comments below is this accident avoidable? Could he have braked and turned left, tried to not hit it, but he would have hit something else? What could he have done differently? And fortunately, the guy's okay. The truck took most of the damage, and insurance, the other person's insurance, is fortunately going to cover all the costs, because you can clearly see he has a green light. And this isn't to bash on this person. This is just I wanted to know a little bit more, because I'm curious to know about these technologies. So I'm not trying to bash nobody. The accidents doesn't seem to be unavoidable in my experience. It doesn't seem to be, the truck's too heavy. And I just wanted to know what the system did in order to maybe prevent it or try to mitigate the amount of damage it caused. I want to know if the system kicked in or not. That's the whole thing here. That's what I'm curious to know about. But let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are, and I will see you in the next one.